It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Liyue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected of the parlor director, always so generous. Come on, let's go!
I'm walking. Calm down. Enter kiosk. Shinue. Something.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
Of course, you
No need for formalities.
As usual.
I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to...
No.
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite to everybody.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Which one? Just grab one and run?
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
I've become musically cultured.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
So Yoonjin is her manager
and they asked us
now?
to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try! See, someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver. Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone.
Yeah, Hotel.
Oh, Hotel was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba?
Asking an important question.
Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh?
So
Hu
Paimon
Tao
has her
would
own
defect
chair.
someone in person?
Yes, she's still
Oh,
floating in the
that
middle
must
of
mean
nowhere.
they are super important. Could it be... Keqing? Ningguang? Or Captain Beidou?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
First opening struck by hurricane.
Ta-da! We're here! to the party, right?
Did
Right?
you just teleport?
Good thing the Conqueror
Oh,
of
Joe.
Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Paimon's having a stroke over here, apparently. And Chao is too. And we...
Oh. I see. So the important guest is the conqueror of demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Liyue's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
Poor Chao. We put so much on the spot. Trying to play unknown with the god.
It's almost lantern rite, yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
Like, in a way, I don't understand why it does go through all this trouble, honestly. To, like, pretend to meet everybody anew. Like, Hu Tao most likely knows he travels every once in a while. Like, for example, here to Wangshu Inn. It's a chance that he might meet and run into Chao. So, like, why be like, oh no, I don't know who you are. It's a possibility. A slim one, but, you know... It's a possibility.
The
Better than
director
nothing.
asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh?
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
Is he not?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yen Chao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake
Just
and
give
a
him
portion
food,
of
like,
ham.
Survive, Chao.
What about
Go
the
to
sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
Where am I going now?
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some
Yeah,
of us
like-
are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
Yeah, we're all red.
Great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, director.
Oh, finally remembered me. When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
There's still one more share. Who are we missing?
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
That should be pretty
You know
normal.
Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him.
Boy, being an asshole to
You might
everybody.
not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations,
Why do I have
dispelling evil
feeling
together, both in the
Xiao's
open
like,
and from the
"Who are you?"
shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm
Who are you,
honored
or
to make your
Don't
acquaintance.
talk to me.
Likewise.
Never mind.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up
Oh.
quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him
I
to
don't think so,
understand
Wanda.
the importance
Stop
of
talking all the time,
exorcists.
people. You need to be done with it, please.
We know
Poor
each other
Changyun.
too. He helped
Huh?
try my dishes during the Masterful
yeah.
Chef's cook-off.
I like the fact that they meet after
I
going
didn't
off
think we'd have the chance to
for
meet
events.
again. Happy Lantern Rite.
Actually, how they met earlier. In
No
this.
anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangli and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon
she's
doesn't know what
you.
she should say anymore. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror
like, please stop. Belittled isn't the right word.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right.
New meeting gone
This
wrong.
was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention, then?
There's still one more share.
A little
Well-
get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past,
That was
and
like 2 days ago.
embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed.
Well, that went fast.
Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exercising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of
I think
course,
at this point
our
with Chao is
consultant,
just bullying
who's been
demons.
helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without
Who
saying
else?
that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Fair enough, honestly.
Sounds
Yeah,
kind of
Cal's doing.
self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Fair, honestly. I'm curious about how she did it.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Show up at the door. Hey! Again. Like, okay.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's
Poor
not
Gold.
boss lady, just boss.
For Goldust.
And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of
wa-
demons,
hero.
Adeptus Shao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
I'm being formal because I have to.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
And apparently he knows everybody now. Why?
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
That would actually be useful.
Smart
actually.
guess.
I can see that one.
There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
Yeah,
In the
Shell's
time
one
of the
was good too.
Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't
Designated
escape from the
historian is
torment of the
something, yes.
plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
He was worried about his karma.
You know him pretty well, huh?
Yeah, I
This
keep
matter is
running
out of my
into-
control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
Hopefully.
But I didn't
But I,
expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same.
what about... Someone
And did you
discredited
just
me?
toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh?
They're like
What?
children. They're like married
I'm
couples
siding with
sometimes.
Chongyun. I saw that too.
I
Your
didn't do
lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
Not used to being around so many people.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
That's good to hear. Get everything you don't eat, Paimon. No, we do not feed that thing after
You
midnight.
should know him. He's...
You know. He's horrible at it.
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
Why did it make so much
And
noise?
cultivated by time.
And cultivating time.
Did Paimon just unconsciously complete the thing? That voice. Could it be?
It must be our boy. Charlie did not seem happy.
If
At
I'm
all.
not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door.
Why is he...
Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in.
Why is it like that? It just burst up, open the door, just, hey.
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together,
As per
so
usual.
come on, take a
It's like
seat
everybody's got my
and be
friend
my
now.
guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
It's already there?
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing.
Go away, Wendy,
it's
please.
you. Oh, isn't this Genyu?
No, it's not.
Genyu?
Oh no.
Yup. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. How I wish we'd met sooner.
Oh yeah,
I
they
never
met during-
expected that there'd be another person in this
Zuma.
world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could. Venti,
It's called Albedo.
you're being too humble.
Albedo
Considering
probably
your
could.
poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
He's my old pal too.
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes.
Why did Chao look like
Monsters
he was
become
just
more
sitting
active
there,
than
like,
usual as we get
sitting
closer
here,
to Lantern Rite.
If I don't
I
look
was
at it,
patrolling
it'll go
Dihua
away.
Marsh a few days ago when I happened to run into this.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh,
Paimon
right.
nodding.
And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
So that's how it was, I see.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Venti seems so
you're
much
too nice, Venti.
better at
Not to
hiding.
brag, but our consultant truly is
And he knows
impressive.
everybody.
His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise.
Everyone's like,
Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry.
Xiao is not
I'm only
okay.
good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Poor Xiao. We basically bullied.
Really?
Paimon. No. 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 No.
But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon.
Huh? Oh! Right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything. Yeah.
Really?
Anything.
I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up.
Why does Futa look so... Like she
If
knows,
I were to give it a go, I'd
but
make
she
it
doesn't want to say that she
an old
knows.
melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands.
Of course, of course.
Does she do something now?
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Paimon wants to learn from Hu Tao and Venti. This will come in handy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I feel like nobody's
I heard that
questioning
Liyue
the
will
fact
be
that we
hosting
call
a
him
Lantern
tone-deaf
Rite
bard.
music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen.
Yeah, well, that was weird.
Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
But the music festival wasn't planned beforehand.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him.
Thank you, you must be very grateful.
Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes
Why is he
bustling
being
with
so sassy?
activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
What? Why does he seem so...
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I?
You are too much
We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
All of a
Chow
sudden, they
did
started
not.
proposing toasts. Should we?
Ciao.
What's with the urgency?
You're done eating when you head out for a walk.
Sure.
The poor guy needs a minute, okay?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal.
Oh boy, needs
Helps
some
with
air, okay?
digestion.
Paimon will come too.
You're still hungry, right?
Yeah?
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
She's been scarred since the Sumeru quest when we didn't come back.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise.
Like,
I
had
only
to
drink
hear
for
what they have
fun.
to say, okay?
It's nothing compared to your expertise. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
It's like the no disrespect, bye. Paimon's still
You're
there.
not allowed to
Yeah,
leave
you were there,
Paimon
but,
here alone. To be honest, Paimon's worried about saying the wrong thing.
She should be.
Did you talk about anything interesting before we started the meal? Anything fun I missed out on?
Oh, we were talking about cooking. Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Xiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil and sesame oil. He suggested I try using those in my new dishes.
Oh, no wonder he left his post for so long that day. Those ingredients would be difficult for anyone else to find. I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
And these two.
About you and Venti.
You're showing what's the
Could he
news about
be a partner in your family business?
That's right. You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
Xiaoyun doesn't know Xingqiu writes books.
Let's depart. You go ahead.
Okay, leave. Leave as quickly as I can. The faster the better.
Are you all right?
I should be the one asking you that.
It's hard to describe.
I'm familiar with gatherings.
It's
like
not
this.
that. There were those among the
Sorry.
Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The
Doesn't seem to
Adepti
happen,
all have
does
their
it?
specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated.
Sounds easy enough.
But this time,
I understand. It's all Venti's fault.
no. I didn't mean that. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point then.
I know everybody.
The Animo Archon is a
Point.
free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. It's easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans, and that's something I might never be able to do.
You don't have to be like that. Being
That does sound like something you would say.
introvert you are.
No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
Strange in a good way.
Yes. The parlor director
I'm
went
not
out of her
leaving a
way
bad
with the
impression, I guess.
invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here. But I didn't
Okay.
expect the other guests to be
No to guess.
General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Capices, is that the Geo Yaksha? Because Brother Bosacious thing. That's the purple guy. The one from one of the quests.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
No, you can just
You're
ran
not.
out.
What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
But not so anxious that she can't eat. Sounds like she'll be okay.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yan Xiao made.
You're worrying too much.
Child and pull and eat lemon. Something wind cycling
Why
on us.
would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Why would I? Something you do.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan Xiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
It's sad Guoba's not here. Can I switch out Paimon with Guoba?
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yan Xiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
Just started
That's
writing
all.
a list.
Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
No, I'm not gonna get any desserts at this point. Why is you just staring at an empty shirt?
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
I didn't say I'd be back soon. I said I'd be back. You were pretty quick. You're only angry because you have no sense of time.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Not even sorry.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Just trying to be more like Hu Tao Paimon.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by
That's
now,
how I get rid of
I
her.
think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that
That was
good
not
luck will
okay,
be on our
Barbie.
side. That's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone...
Do not drag me into this. I'm still angry.
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Does it end up being
Is this
cow?
really the way this works?
Like,
I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big
Dit
deal.
cook allemaal over.
Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous Wan Min restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Who are you pointing at?
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Fair enough. I'm kind of... Why?
Please stop! You're making me
Mostly us
embarrassed.
sharing one brain cell.
If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Huh?
What is
Don't get me
Xiao
involved in this.
went in?
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce
John,
Guild's
you
young
did too.
master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has
Poor
the
Xiao.
most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse.
Not
I am
helping.
most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Is he going to say it strongly?
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
I don't.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Huh? What's with the face of everybody?
Oh, that's right. Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people.
Stop making it so easy to be
No,
mocking.
wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
I'm not the only well-connected
Huh?
person here, though.
Who else is there?
Take a look in the mirror.
Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest?
No,
Oh,
you're,
well,
you're the
that
last
was
choice, everybody.
unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
As well as being
Ah.
emergency food if necessary.
The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys!
I guess that's... I think that's
Paimon's not used
discussable.
to being praised like that.
Yeah, don't get used to it at this point.
Those were genuine compliments, right?
Best travel companion ever. What's the hidden choice, please? Something else.
Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Don't take everything to
What?
heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
Yeah, except
That
for the last
means
time you don't
Paimon is
really
as important to the traveler as
no, you
Globa
don't.
is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
She couldn't go one day without the coupons, could she? Our thought chat all the way until nightfall. I thought it was nightfall. Feel the delicious food and tea. It's time to say goodbye. This was a long talking quest. Jeez. Never mind, there's more.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Thanks for the treat, director.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
I will.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime.
That could be interesting.
We'll
Not just
catch you all
rapping.
later then.
Next thing you know, it's poetry.
Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Bye.
Well then,
Rex Lapis.
just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liyue Harbor now. I am just
Speaking about
one
that
among
out in
many
the
who
open.
begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid.
Adeptus Shao.
Not you too.
Yes, me too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic.
Soraya.
From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides
think
to
we know who
humans
Soraya is,
and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise.
Well,
So
that's
there's no need
kind
to
of
dwell
because we
too much
kept
on
annoying
certain
him.
things.
Rex I mean, Zhongli. What you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah. The director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli.
And the walking encyclopedia
Everyone's
is
gone
gone.
now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side. No.
Because I have to.
Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler.
It's my honor.
Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness.
Feelings mutual, you don't have to thank me every time.
Okay. I'll see you next time then.
And he's gone again. Poof. This took a lot longer than I expected it to, honestly. But I'm finally done with the Lantern Rite quests. I think I'll say goodnight for now, so. See ya.